Hey guys, how's it going? Really appreciate it, and let's begin. So hey guys, this is Chen, co-founder and CEO of Injective Labs. We're one of the core contributors to Injective. And to put it simply, and for those who don't know, Injective is the blockchain bill for finance. So a brief history about Injective. Obviously, currently at a stage, for every single upgrade, integration, and partnership for Injective as an ecosystem, it's always focusing on building the best possible blockchain and environment for Web3 financial application developers and users. But it didn't start all the way like this in the beginning. When we got started with Injective Labs, the idea of an application-specific chain or an app chain, much less a sector-specific chain, was a completely new and foreign idea. We were one of the first pioneers to build these concepts within Cosmos ecosystem, creating a novel chain that was built specifically for financial applications while having a full suite of developer experience and smart contract capabilities. So when we started, we created one of the first fully on-chain order book. Oh, there you go. And at the current stage, the Injective as a blockchain has a lot of the core modules that a lot of these Web3 developers can plug and play, integrate, knowing that's fully secure and scalable. There's obviously the aforementioned on-chain limit order book. There's also the Oracle module. There's the interoperable bridges that are tightly connected to Ethereum with integration with a lot of other bridge solutions like Axelar, like Wormhole, et cetera. And there's also a very cool environment that allows for automated contract execution via the CosmWasm environment. And of course, there's CosmWasm smart contract itself. And with all those modules and integration, it creates a very flourishing environment for a wide variety of ecosystem dApps and developers. So at the current landscape, that just keeps growing every time I try to make a presentation like this. There's already, Helix for a start, which has processed, roughly $9 billion to date, with hundreds of millions of dollars being processed every week. And then on top of that, there's recent deployments like Astroport, Hydro, Black Panther, Elixir, et cetera. And this list is just going to keep growing every single day, especially with the recent trend within the Injective ecosystem with NFTs and everything. And of course, the crown jewel of the Injective ecosystem, and something that the Injective Labs has been spending a lot of time working on, is Mito. And last year, we recently teased Project X, which was a secret project we were working on, trying to democratize and really bring on-chain strategy and on-chain capital-efficient market making to Injective. And now it has fully come into fruition with public access testnet, and now it's called Mito. And anyone can now go on Mito and access and test out some of the product before it goes into production. And the performance has been exactly as promised. So like we mentioned before, it has 4x better P&L performance, 4 to 8x better liquidity at the top of book compared to a lot of the current AMM solutions, et cetera. It basically provides a much better P&L equity curve. And then on top of that, there's no impermanent loss whatsoever. And yeah, here's kind of like a snapshot of the Injective ecosystem. It's a list that we're trying to fit everyone in, but understand that it's growing fairly rapidly. It's a $150 million Injective venture group. It has brought in a lot of developers, and recently it has also backed a lot of very promising projects that are building on top of Injective. So what's next? Obviously, if we stop there and just let the ecosystem flourish, I think that would probably be enough. But the mission is not to just create a blockchain built for finance. That is already what Injective is. The mission is to create a democratized financial future through decentralization. And the future of democratized finance is not going to be just rested on one kind of finite scale system, but it will be incorporated a global set of Web3 ecosystem with different types of user base, et cetera. And we already have a highly interoperable bridge, but simply transferring asset probably isn't going to have the economics and the products that will truly integrate with each other. You're going to need a lot more than just having bridges connecting to all the ecosystem. So what we're working on is pioneering its way to make a truly connected network by creating this concept of electro chains. Introducing Injective electro chains. It's a new era of limitless scalability. This allows us to first build an infinitely scalable roll-up environment, different types of ecosystem with different types of security assumptions, and building a completely new universe of blockchains. So we already pre-announced one of the very, very first electro chain, which is called Cascade. It's an SVM environment built on top of Injective as a rollup in collaboration with Eclipse. Now, second phase for us, and for more electro chains to pop up, is developing more and more of these environments. Now, without kind of spoiling the surprise a little bit too much, there's currently, within the works, an electro chain for EVM, ZK EVM, and also Move. And the list is very, very rapidly expanding, so stay tuned for any type of updates or announcement for our partner launches very soon. And yeah, with the promise of electro chain, the next stage of evolution for Injective is being able to limitlessly scale, providing limitless opportunity and possibility for developers, and most importantly, a limitless future for Web3. Thanks so much for listening. And yeah, if you want to stay tuned, check out Injective Twitter, and go on injective.com for any questions you might have. And yeah, I think I have a few minutes for questions.